Hello and welcome, this is Rooflemonger, and in this edition of Let's Learn Dragon Ball FighterZ, we're going to be talking about using the training mode and two specific options in training mode. That is right here in your enemy settings, and that is specifically guard first only and the counterattack settings options. So, have you ever done something and then say the guy just smashes a level 3 right through what you're doing? And you're like, well, how did that happen? This should be airtight, right? Or, you know, maybe deflected through you and all that. What these two specific options let you do is basically to test whether or not your stuff is airtight. Could be depending on your character, it could be depending on which assist you're using, and all points in between. So what we're going to do right now here is just really quick, you guys know I know Burleigh, right? So we're going to set here, just first up here, to guard first only. So guard first only means exactly this. While you're guarding, it'll guard the first hit. And anything after that first hit, it's not going to guard. So, see here, this all counts the first hit as there's no gaps in between, so it has to successfully block every single version. But as soon as there is a gap, it will stop blocking. So, for Burleigh, any move, basically in the stand heavy, there's always going to be a gap. It is not airtight. So, as you see here, I'm going to do basically light, stand medium, crouch medium, and a stand heavy, and they'll be hit by the stand heavy. Meaning that is not airtight. So let's just try this then. So we now know here, we're on guard first only. We're going to go to our counterattack settings, which is new after the last big patch. And see here, we can pick all sorts of things. So what we're going to pick first here is our level 3. So we're going to go for a counterattack level 3 and let's see what happens. As you can see here, boom, he level 3s right through it, and I get smoked. So these are the kind of things you need to do to test whether or not your block strings are real. And once again here, so that was with Burleigh's stand heavy, and there's always a gap there. Now, you can bait this, obviously, say if I knew he was prone to doing this kind of thing, I could just not go for the stand heavy and wait for the mash, right? But that just shows that there is a gap there. So I'm going to show you a couple more examples here of why guard first only and various counterattack settings are an important deal. So for our first example here, we will actually use Burleigh since we already have him picked up here. And if you know anything about Burleigh here, command grab's always a threat, right? Could be the quick one, could be the EX one, could be the medium, whatever it should be. It's always a threat. So say I'm the kind of guy here that I'm going to go for a block string, and then I'm going to try to grab you if I see you block, right? Oh, I'm going to get you. Oh no, what happened there? Well, you have it set here, so guard first only, so once there is any kind of gap, which would be the grab, right? We have it set to super dash, and you cannot grab an airborne person with super dash with the grabs, so therefore, we're going to get smacked by the super dash. And also, this holds equally applicable for vanish. As you see here, we just get vanished, we get smoked, right? So that tells me this. Well, okay, if I can't just do this and, go for the grab right away, because if someone's just literally jamming on vanish or jamming on the homing dash, I'm screwed, right? So then what can I do to counteract this? So I have now proven there's a very easily big hole poked through my offense, just thanks to guard first only and showing the various counterattack settings here. They can easily blow through my stuff. Then what to do then? Well, then I'm like, okay, well then we gotta think this way. Well, since they obviously have, some amount of startup, and you can't vanish on frame 1 if you did not know. So then let's think of it this way. I'm going to try the same thing here. So I'm going to go for the grab, it's going to get vanished. So let's try this. So we'll do this. Oh, very slight delay, and then we'll go for a down medium. So I am purposely trying to catch that vanish, and once again, this will work for the super dash as well. I'm catching that move. So then, okay, now I've learned... just by seeing the hole in my offense, now I've learned basically another layer of mix-up. And once again, since we talked about earlier with Burleigh, how there's a gap here with the stand heavy, let's use that to our advantage. And that gap now let them the opportunity to mash that homing dash out. But since obviously it's not going to come out fast enough to be that stand heavy, we have now used that gap in our offense against them because they are expecting it. So that is just one example, and let's go to another one. So in our next example here, it's more of a common block string kind of deal here. So Blue Vegeta here, we're going to do our block string. Oh, we got blocked. So we'll try to do his Rekka kicks here, do light. So he'll air recover, and when he air recovers, hey, we can dash forward and keep our offense going. But obviously we're going to need an assist to do that, right? So, as you well know, not all assists are created equal for all purposes, and this is another reason we can kind of determine the value with this specific setup. So, once again here, we're going to go to guard first only, and we'll set our counterattack to say, just dude mashing vanish or something, right? So, we go in. Well, you know, hey, that didn't work, right? So we need the assist, so let's try Tien. So, same deal here. So, Tien held him in place a little bit, but he's not really a high block stun assist. So they still have time to vanish out, or, you know, deflect out, or raw level 3, or whatever other craziness, right? So, let's try Yamcha. So we have now learned, thanks to the Yamcha assist, we can make that all one true block string. So with Tien, and don't get me wrong, Tien's assist is plenty good in many other ways, but in this specific instance, we have learned, thanks to using this setup here, where they're guard first only, and they're going to be able to try to do something in the gap, Tien's not the right guy for this particular job, but Yamcha, or say, like, you know, a Kid Buu or Gotenks or something similar like that, will let us get this gapless pressure that they have no recourse to deal with other than just keep blocking correctly. So that is yet another example, and we'll show one more final quick example just to sell you on why this is such a good method for training mode to explore your offense. Another thing using these settings can help you do is just explore certain things. So it's more than just, you know, say like Vanish, Reflect, level 3 and all that. Like, okay, I know that if I vanish you and try to attack, you can vanish me back, right? And of course, then you can suss out the counterplay of like wait for and down heavy them or something like that. But it shows a lot more than just, you know, attacks. So what we're gonna do here now, we're gonna do this. So we're gonna do backstep, which is backdash as far as I'm concerned. So say we did whatever into vanish, right? And we're just gonna try the usual, you know, light, because obviously vanish is plus on block. So at least, you know, when you're very low to the ground, and you know we'll beat them. But hey, they just backdashed us. And, you know, a lot of people don't use that a lot, right? So you can kind of explore how that kind of works out. So if they just backdash, they see here as me as Zamasu, I'm whiffing. So I need to develop some sort of counterplay to beat the backdash. So this is also the kind of stuff that'll help you out there like that, right? So in that specific situation here, we now learn if we can forward dash, we can beat the backdash. And this is just one edge case of like, you know, thousands, right? But using this is a great tool just for exploring all sorts of little edge cases. Once again, this is one of the best things to patch add. I know a lot of people love the buffs and all that, but the counterattack setting with the guard first only, meaning once there's any kind of gap, just lets you explore all sorts of possibilities. Like, also can show you how certain moves interact and all that kind of stuff, because, you know, some moves are, if not full invincible, you know, invincible to certain style of things. You might want to instant air dash after a certain move on block and then learn, oh, all of a sudden, oh, hey, Yamcha's EX spin actually has some anti-air invincibility, and we can test out situations like that, you know? And it's just, there's a lot to it, and it's just such a great addition to the game. So I hope this kind of illuminated you to some more possibilities of what to do in training mode. Obviously, training mode is one of the key things to do to get better at fighting games, to both explore yourself, explore your team, explore all your possibilities. And I find the guard first setting, which was always there, but applied with the counterattack setting so you can test out all manner of situations with the new patch that was added, it just expands it so much further, makes it an excellent tool. Anyways, that's it for this video, so thank you very much for watching. Hope this video has found you well. Go out and play some Dragon Ball.